Hi Hind friends, welcome to yet another episode of Deshbhakti Andolan's YouTube channel. Friends, today I'll be drawing your attention to an extremely serious issue which ideally should have been played up by the so-called national media, but nobody is bothering about it. Maybe because the person concerned cannot afford to engage a PR agency to highlight her problem. Friends, this is a case of the wife of a gangster who has complained to Mumbai police in writing in a 7-page letter about how she was sexually abused repeatedly by two leading players of Indian cricket and also by a leading member of parliament and the leader of a big party of this country. Friends, this woman, if you read her 7-page letter, you will just puke. It's so sick. Worse than animals, these three people have behaved towards her, assuming that the allegations leveled by her are true. They have forced her to indulge in anal sex, in oral sex, and all kind of abnormal sex repeatedly, and it just makes for very, very sorry and shocking reading as to how men could behave like this. And she has normally rape victims don't want to go out, make public because of the social stigma that is involved. But definitely something has triggered inside this woman who has taken the courage to go to the police and give a written complaint. But what does Mumbai police do? Mumbai police does not even bother to register her FIR. The Supreme Court in Lalita Kumari versus the state of UP has given extremely detailed guidelines. When a cognizable and a non-bailable offence has been made out, it is the duty of the police to register an FIR immediately. And as far as issues of rapes and attempted rapes and other sexual assaults are concerned, the Supreme Court there are several citations of the Supreme Court which makes it very mandatory as to how quickly the police should act. But here in this case, it is several weeks since this woman has gone to the police and filed her complaint, but nothing has happened. Her statement has not been recorded by the police. They have just accepted her letter, put a rubber stamp and sent her back home. They have not bothered to call these three Johnnies, the two cricketers and this member of parliament or ex-member of parliament. I am not certain about it. They should have been immediately summoned to the police station concerned, and then the statement should have been recorded, and their call record should have been investigated to find out where they were on the relevant dates, whether it tallies with the dates given by this rape victim, the victim of gang rape, and they should immediately arrest these three people. But Mumbai police does no such thing. It is just treating her like, you know what, this is simply shocking. But what is more shocking, where is the candlelight gang which comes out every issue, goes to Gate of India with these candles in the hand. There is no sign of the candle light gang. The so-called left liberal activists, especially women activists, they are totally silent about this extremely serious issue. The State Women's Commission does not bother to even look at this complaint of this woman. And this woman is suffering from tremendous trauma. Is this how Mumbai treats its women? It is simply shocking, will be a gross understatement. But friends, this is becoming a trend in Mumbai. There's the other case where a 30-year-old young upcoming actress has accused Bhushan Kumar, who is managing director of T-Series, about forced sex. He has apparently shot her a video and then used that video to blackmail her into having sex multiple times. Only her affair has been registered. After that, nothing has happened. Absolutely nothing means nothing has happened. A senior minister of the Maharashtra government has told me that a former union minister is so very powerful with regard to this government in Maharashtra. He has told the cops that under no circumstances action to be taken against Bhushan Kumar. That's the reason why he has not even applied for anticipatory bail. He's just moving about freely. Recently there was a report that he purchased an apartment in Juhu for 25 odd crores. This is the kind of situation which is confronting people who are educated. This rape victim, young rape victim, she's an educated graduate woman, and this is she is running from pillar to post. Hopefully, it should be possible for me to move the High Court and get justice. But what about the case of this other lady? Just because she is a wife of a gangster, does it deprive her of her basic rights? She is a citizen, she is a woman, she is a citizen of this country, and she is entitled to all the privileges, all the rights enshrined in the Indian Constitution. But it is several weeks, nobody has come to her help, nobody has come to her rescue, and she is just running from pillar to post. The mental trauma this woman is suffering is unbelievable. And just because the 3 persons she has named in her FIR, they are high profile people having tremendous political contact and political influence, does it mean that they are above law? What kind of message are we conveying to the people? And none of the political parties are coming forward to her rescue, to help her, give her a helping hand and ensure that justice is done, her FIR is registered, and the 3 people against whom she has made extremely serious allegations are made, the full force, the heat of law is the kind of made to bear upon them. Nothing is happening. But friends, I assure you that Desh Bhakti Andolan will take up the case of this woman also and ensure that justice is done to her as soon as possible. Thanks for watching. Jai Hind.